Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us today. Today's story is about a 68-year-old grandmother who decides to look for a new job. Why would she do that at her age? What challenges did she face, and how did her very first day at work turn out? It's a story full of warmth, struggle, and inspiration. Let's dive right in. My name is Margaret Davis, and I'm 68 years old. My husband passed away a few years ago, and my children all have families of their own now. That leaves me living alone in a small house in the suburbs of Ohio. Most mornings, I'd wake up, make coffee, and sit by the window. The sunlight was warm, but my heart often felt empty. Hours would slip away in front of the television, and I'd ask myself, is this really how I want to spend the rest of my life?
One afternoon, my 8-year-old grandson asked me, "Grandma, when I grow up, I want to do something amazing. What do you want to do?" That question struck me hard. I realized I still had time, energy, and desire to do something meaningful. So I decided I'm going to find a job again. Not for money, but to prove to myself and to my grandson that age is just a number.
But finding work at 68 wasn't easy. Most job listings said things like energetic, under 60 preferred, or fast-paced environment. It felt like the world was telling me, "You're too old." At one interview for a cashier position at a local grocery store, the young manager looked at me with polite hesitation. "Ma'am, this job requires quick hands and a lot of standing. Are you sure you can handle that?" The words stung. For a second, I wanted to leave, but something inside me spoke louder. "Don't give up. Show them what you're made of." I lifted my chin and said, "I may not be the fastest, but I'm dependable. I'll show up, work hard, and never quit. Give me a chance, and you won't regret it." The manager's expression softened, though he didn't promise anything that day. A week later, the phone rang. "Mrs. Davis, we'd like you to start with us next Monday. Are you available?" Tears filled my eyes. It wasn't just about the paycheck. It was the feeling of being needed again. On my first day, I put on a neat blouse and slacks, stood in front of the mirror, and whispered to myself, "Margaret, you can do this. Today is the start of something new." At the store, the younger employees greeted me warmly. "Welcome aboard, Mrs. D. We're glad to have you." The register system was confusing at first, and I stumbled a few times when bagging groceries. But a kind coworker guided me patiently, and even the customer smiled. "Take your time, honey," one woman said. "We're in no rush. Those small gestures melted away my nerves. When my shift ended, I walked home with tired feet, but a heart full of joy. I sat on a park bench, looked up at the evening sky, and thought, I did it! I'm back in the world again. My story isn't over. That evening, I called my grandson. Sweetheart, Grandma has a new job now. Isn't that exciting? Through the phone, I heard his bright laugh. Wow, Grandma, you're awesome! And that was the greatest reward of all. That night, I fell asleep peacefully, eager for the next morning to arrive. Who would have thought at 68 I'd be excited about going to work again?
So, what did you think of today's story? The journey of a 68-year-old grandmother starting a new job reminds us it's never too late for a fresh start. Persistence and honesty always shine through, and even small steps can bring great joy. If you've been hesitating to try something new, maybe today's story will give you the courage to begin. Thank you for listening, and we'll be back next time with another warm and inspiring story.